Black just played. Rook takes d4. Pause the video and try to predict white's next move. Rook takes c7 check. Queen takes c7. Queen takes d4. Bishop c5. Rook c1. White intends to play. Rook takes c5. Queen takes c5. Queen takes c5 check, and increase their advantage significantly. Bishop takes d4 was chosen by black. Rook takes c7 check. King d8. On e7 check. King e8. Rook c8 check. King takes e7. Rook takes h8. Bishop e4. White is clearly ahead. Let's go to the next game. Black played. On c5. Pause the video to figure out white's next move. Queen c6 check. King b8. Black's idea is to play pawn takes b4 and establish a winning position. Pawn takes c5 played by white. Bishop takes c5. Rook b1 check. Bishop b6. Bishop e3. Queen c7. Bishop takes b6. Queen takes c6. Bishop takes d8 check. King a7. Black is preparing to play. Queen c5. Bishop c7. Queen takes c7. Rook b7 check. Queen takes b7 and dominate the board. Pawn takes c6 was chosen by white. Rook takes d8. White is dominating the board. Let's go to the next game. White made a move. Rook h2. Pause the video and try to predict black's next move. White is looking to play. On e5. King b8. Queen e4 and seize the initiative. Rook takes a2 played by black. On c3. Rook a1 check. King c2. On c4. Pawn takes c4. On b3 check. King d2. On b2. Bishop takes b6 check. Knight takes b6. Knight b3. Queen a2. Black is aiming to play. Rook takes d1 check. King takes d1. Queen takes b3 check and secure a stronghold in the game. Knight takes a1 was chosen by white. Pawn promotes to queen at bx a1 check. King e1. Black is clearly ahead. Let's go to the next game. Black just played. Queen a6. Pause the video and try to find white's next move. Rook takes f7. Rook c8 check. Queen takes c8 check. Queen takes c8 check. Knight takes c8. King takes c8. King d2. White is setting up to play. Rook c1 check. King b8. Rook c6. Pawn a6. Rook takes e6 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Pawn a6 was chosen by black. Rook g1. White considers playing. Rook takes g7. Knight e7. Rook takes e7. King d8. Rook b7. King c8. Rook bf7. King d8. Rook f8 mate and establish a winning position. Pawn g6 was chosen by black. Rook takes h7. Knight c7. Rook takes g6. King b7. Rook takes e6. Rook d8 check. Black is struggling to keep up. Let's go to the next game. Black played. Pawn takes d6. Pause the video to find out white's response. Queen takes d6. Queen takes d6. Knight takes d6 check. King b8. Knight takes f7. Rook h1 check. King f2. White considers playing. Rook takes h1 and seize the initiative. Rook takes e1 played by black. Rook takes e1. Rook f8. Black intends to play rook takes f7 and dominate the board. Knight takes g5 move preferred by white. Bishop takes a4. Knight e6. White is setting up to play knight takes f8 and dominate the board. Rook c8 played by black. On c3. White intends to play rook takes e5 and gain a significant edge. Bishop b3 played by black. Black is planning to play bishop takes e6 and secure a stronghold in the game. Knight takes g7 move preferred by white. Rook c5. White is in a commanding position. Let's go to the next game. White played rook h7. Pause the video to figure out black's next move. White is aiming to play knight takes f7 and increase their advantage significantly. Queen takes e5 move preferred by black. Pawn takes e5. Rook takes d1 check. King d2. Rook 8 d2 check. King a3. White is planning to play queen c4. Knight e7. Rook takes f7 and gain a significant edge. Rook a1 played by black. Black considers playing rook takes a2 mate and put immense pressure on the opponent. King a4 move preferred by white. Knight d4. Black is planning to play rook takes a2 mate and take decisive advantage. Pawn takes d4 was chosen by white. Rook takes d4 check. Queen takes d4. Pawn takes d4. King b4. On d3. Black's idea is to play on d2. Rook h8 check. King c7. Rook h4. Pawn promotes to queen at d1 and establish a winning position. King c3 move preferred by white. Rook takes a2. King takes d3. Rook takes f2. On g4. White is outplayed. Let's go to the next game. White just played queen takes h6. Pause the video and try to predict black's next move. Queen a1 check. Knight b1. Rook takes c2 check. King takes c2. Queen takes a2 check. King d3. Bishop b5 check. King d4. Queen f2 check. King takes d5. Rook d8 check. Queen d6. Bishop c6 check. King c4. Pawn b5 check. King c3. White considers playing rook h8 check. King takes g7. Queen f6 mate and take decisive advantage. Rook takes d6 played by black. Pawn takes d6. Bishop takes h1. Rook d2. White's loss is confirmed. Let's go to the next game. Black just played king b8. Pause the video and try to predict white's next move. Black's idea is to play knight takes d5 and gain a significant edge. Pawn takes b6 played by white. Pawn takes b6. Rook takes b6 check. Pawn takes b6. Queen takes b6 check. King a8. Queen a5 check. King b8. Black is setting up to play knight takes e2 check and dominate the board. Queen takes c3 played by white. Bishop f5. On d6. Rook takes d6. Queen e3. White is looking to play queen takes f4 and take decisive advantage. Queen h6 move preferred by black. Bishop takes d6 check. Queen takes d6. Knight d4. Queen c5. Rook c1. Queen takes c1 check. Queen takes c1. Knight d5. White is clearly ahead. Let's go to the next game. Black just played Queen takes c3. Pause the video to spot white's next move. Black is setting up to play pawn takes b4 and increase their advantage significantly. Pawn takes c5 was chosen by white. Rook d7. Black is preparing to play pawn takes c5 and take decisive advantage. Rook b3 move preferred by white. White is setting up to play rook takes c3 and secure a stronghold in the game. Queen takes b3 was chosen by black. Pawn takes b3. Bishop e7. Queen takes h5. Bishop takes e4. On b4. On f5. On h3. White is setting up to play Queen e2. Knight f7. Queen takes a6. Rook c8. Rook d1 and gain a significant edge. Pawn takes c5 move preferred by black. Pawn takes c5. Rook f8. Queen e2. White is planning to play pawn c6. Bishop takes c6. Queen takes a6. On f4. Queen takes c6 and gain a significant edge. Rook f6 was chosen by black. Bishop f4 check. King a7. Rook d1. White wants to play rook takes d7 check. King a8. Queen b2. Rook d6. Bishop takes d6. Bishop takes d6. Rook d8 check. King a7. Queen b6 mate and seize the initiative. Rook b7 move preferred by black. Bishop g5. Knight g8. Bishop takes f6. Knight takes f6. White has a strong upper hand. Let's go to the next game. Black just played bishop takes d3. Pause the video to spot white's next move. Knight takes d6 check. King c7. Black might go for bishop takes c4 and establish a winning position. Bishop takes e6 was chosen by white. Rook 8 g6. Knight e8 check. King d8. Pawn takes d3. Rook takes f2. Knight d6. King c7. Black is aiming to play king takes d6 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Knight c4 move preferred by white. Rook f4. Black is planning to play rook h4 check. Bishop h3. Rook takes h3 mate and dominate the board. Rook e2 was chosen by white. Rook takes d4. Bishop f5. White considers playing bishop takes g6 and seize the initiative. Rook g5 played by black. Black is setting up to play rook h4 check. Rook h2. Rook takes h2 check. King takes h2. Rook takes f5 and establish a winning position. Rook f1 played by white. Rook h5 check. Rook h2. Rook takes h2 check. King takes h2. Knight e5. Knight takes e5. Pawn takes e5. Rook b1. Rook a4. Pawn b4. Pawn b6. Bishop e4. Pawn takes a5. Pawn takes a5. Rook takes a5. Rook c1. White considers playing rook takes c6 check and put immense pressure on the opponent. Rook a6 was chosen by black. King g3. White is preparing to play bishop takes h7 and increase their advantage significantly. Pawn h5 was chosen by black. King h4. King d6. King takes h5. Rook b6. Rook a1. Rook b7. King g5. Rook g7 check. King f6. White is planning to play king takes g7 and seize the initiative. Rook g8 was chosen by black. Rook takes a7. Rook f8 check. White has a decisive advantage. Let's go to the next game.